This is the Planet Reigate podcast.
Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. Right, okay, we got that out of the way. Hello, welcome to episode 22. For Saturday, February the 10th, it is the Planet Reigate podcast. And thank you so much for last week. It was our most downloaded week ever. So thank you so much for that. As I say, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to tell your friends. Okay, what have we got up in episode 22? Lined up for your delectation. We have thousands of pounds, which is going to be spent on the North Downs Way, which of course goes through our neck of the woods. We've got a new cafe, which has opened up in Reigate. What makes them so blooming different? New news from Pub in the Park with named chefs and on-site restaurants, and several jobs to tell you about as well. Plus, the national competition at Buckland Lake this weekend, rock and roll and jazz, and in our half-term special of the Good Time Guide, we have rock painting, rock and roll, Willy Wonka week, dancing, walking, a cookout, storytelling. We've got a tech night to tell you about, all sorts of sports including football, tennis, hockey, netball, baseball, cricket, basketball, rugby, swimming and pool. And of course, as if that wasn't enough, we've got Shrove Tuesday and Valentine's events as well. All right here on the Planet Reigate podcast. Plus, yes, there's more. I know. How do we fit it all in? We do have Reigate Roulette this week with Renee of Blooming Earlswood. We've also got our 60-second Soundscape, our non-stop train through Earlswood Station this week, and we got a couple of guests too. Scarlett from KCA Performing Arts and Cheer, and also the ukulele musician, local man, Mark Orchin, on the way on the Planet Reigate podcast. However, we always start off, don't we, with a little bit of correspondence to tell you about all sorts of things which have been going on and people have been getting in contact with us about. So thank you very much indeed for that. Yes, we got a couple of messages, first of all, from Ethereal Movement, who I mentioned last week on the show. Do you have an Instagram I can share you on? Yeah, we certainly do. It is the Planet Reigate podcast. We're also the Planet Reigate podcast on Facebook. And it's hello at the Planet Reigate podcast on email. And also our website address is the Planet Reigate podcast. You kind of get the idea. Planet Reigate on Twitter. What enough characters. Also, Ceramic Fitch. Now, we spoke with Ceramic Fitch, didn't we, a couple of 3 weeks ago on our first full episode of 2024. We went round the sustainability market in Reigate, and they've got in contact to say the Planet Reigate podcast is a really informative podcast. If anyone has not listened before, especially episode 17, would be the one you were in, was it? Yeah, I thought it might be. And Andrew says definitely a believer in the power of something local like this. Thank you so much if you've got in touch. Thank you for the loan of your ears. And yeah, it is specifically local to RH1, 2 and 3. We've never heard of Crawley. We don't do anything about Dorking. Guildford, I think there are dragons there. The other side of the M25, I don't think it even exists. You get the idea. RH1, 2 and 3. It is specifically for you. We call it the Planet Reigate area of Reigate, Redhill and Merstham, Buckland, Betchworth and Brockham, and the surrounding towns and villages in the orbit of our market town of Reigate. Okay, on the way we have, of course, our 60-second Soundscape. Also, we've got Reigate Roulette. We've got a couple of guests this week. But first is the Planet Reigate Planner. We call it the Good Time Guide, and it's exclusive to the Planet Reigate podcast.
The Good Time Guide. Things to do and places to go on the Planet Reigate podcast.
And as I say, it is a packed events guide this week because, of course, it is half-term week. And we did a special, didn't we, of the Good Time Guide a couple of episodes ago. So hopefully everything has been booked up in your family if you got little ones on holiday this coming week. If not, there may still be a few events with spaces that you can book up your child for over the next few days. Okay, let's start off with Saturday the 10th of February. What does the term gla gla mean to you? It actually means teeth chattering cold in French, and it's often used apparently in paddleboarding. And the Gla Gla UK race event is back at Buckland Park Lake this coming Saturday the 10th. Organisers say for those familiar with last year's race, the course remains the same, promising the challenging twists and turns that make Gla Gla a standout event. Brace yourselves for the legendary Crossroads of Chaos. Yeah, I remember that show. Oh, sorry, to fit with the paddleboarding. Right, okay, I thought it was talking about Amy Turtle. Where precision and skill will once again be put to the test while you battle it out between other paddlers of who's going to face the crossroads of chaos first. It sounds a terrific event to go down and watch, doesn't it? The event caters to a diverse range of participants with 2 classes, male and female. Whether you prefer the flexibility of an inflatable board or the sleek performance of a composite one, the race welcomes all boards up to 14 feet. It's an opportunity to showcase not only your paddling prowess, but also the unique characteristics of your chosen board. And Gla Gla offers a non-competitive challenge category where you can enjoy a leisurely paddle with friends and fellow enthusiasts, take in the stunning surroundings, share stories and relish the joy of being out on the water without the pressure of the clock. And I've given that a little bit more information, a little bit more detail, a little bit more time, because I didn't realise that a national event was going to be held at Buckland Park Lake, which is fantastic. I presume, although I can't guarantee, that anyone can go down there and have a nose. I have seen, well, obviously the car park is pretty small down there, so I would suggest if you are going, probably to walk, I would suggest, because otherwise you can't guarantee getting in the car park, but that's happening on Saturday. Also, a few other events to tell you about for Saturday. Mentioned this last week, Nature Acclaim Workshop, a perfect pairing of candle-making fun and a delicious supper from Lucy's Ladle, is held at New Leaf Reigate Refill Shop, so get in touch with nature-reclaimed.shop for more details on that. At the venue in Merstham, the day the music died, this is a free event at 8 o'clock. Join DJ John W. when he brings the music of Buddy Holly, Richie Valens and the Big Bopper, and other rock and roll greats of the era such as Elvis Presley, Eddie Cochran and Little Richard. Free entry or welcome. Some fun fact, actually it's not that fun at all, because of what I'm about to say. Interesting fact, not entirely sure it's interesting, it's a fact, Elvis Presley died on my birthday. Okay, here we go. If you want to mention for your charity or non-profit event, let us know about it. You can fill out the form you'll find on the planetrygatepodcast.com. And if yours is a business, then get in touch and we'll sort something out. It may be that your business wants a regular mention, in which case you could sponsor one of our features. It could be, for example, the Good Time Guide, brought to you by ABC Company, and have your website or phone number mentioned every single week. Get in touch with us. Hello at theplanetrygatepodcast.com. Sunday the 11th, live jazz at the Hatch in Red Hill. It's just there at Shaw's Corner from 4:30 to 6:30. Red Dreamers Jazz, they say, join us for beautiful songs and romantic sounds. A relaxing and chilled afternoon as we head towards Valentine's Day. Also Sunday, 1:30 to 3:30, Gatwick Ponds Litter Pick Tidy. Litter pickers and rubbish bags are provided. Please come along, even if it's for only half an hour or so. And you can meet Sam and Rod in the car park off Riverside Garden Park at 1:30. They'll be there rain or shine. Monday, cricket on offer during half term at St Bede's. Prices from £15. Details thecowcorner.com. Yeah, as in the animal, thecowcorner.com. Back to Buckland Park Lake, half-term fun there. Bingo bingo brunch. Kids play bingo for free when accompanying an adult dining from the breakfast menu. And Tuesday the 13th, we're a bit out of sync, but it's all organised at the same place by the same people, so let's put them together. Tuesday 13th, kids rock painting and quiz when eating from the kids menu with us at the Reverie, and a free treasure trail to follow on the Lake Walk available at the ticket office as well. Collect your prize at the end from the Reverie. Details manager at thereverie.me. Monday the 12th of February to Thursday the 15th of February. Did you notice I hesitated there? Because actually in the official notification on this that I've been sent, it says Monday the 12th odd, 1-2 RD rather than the 12th. Anyway, threw me momentarily, but I'm a pro. I've carried on. 9 till 3 o'clock, £30 a day for 6 to 12 years old. At Carrington School, it's February half-term football camp. Do you want some more information on that? Well, you can get it by contacting Mark Veeney Coaching. Mark Veney. Mark Veeney Coaching, the people behind that one. Step in Time Theatre School, February half-term holiday club. Get booking, the countdown to Wonka, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the 12th to the 16th of Feb. It's Charlie and the Chocolate themed performing arts holiday club for ages 4 to 12 at Lime Tree Primary School. Get your golden ticket. See what they did? Explore the world of pure imagination. It's okay, I'm not going to sing. All singing, all dancing and everything. Oh, so dramatic holiday club, which sounds really great. So what's it got to do with Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Arts and crafts, talent shows, chocolate moulding and biscuits decorating. And also, you're going to be putting together a performance on Friday for families and friends to come and watch. step-intimetheatreschool.co.uk. And Brockham Arts Club have got children's craft workshops, a mythical creatures workshop on Monday, create your own mythical creature, and the Golden Ticket workshop. The idea's spreading. On Tuesday, a magical day inspired by Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Get ready for a sweet adventure. Wednesday, Mad Hatter's Tea Party. Step inside the whimsical world of Alice in Wonderland and enjoy a tea party like no other. And on Wednesday, glow-in-the-dark paint and pizza session, 6 p.m. till 8 for all kids year 2 and above. Creativity and a delicious takeaway pizza. We didn't have all of this kind of stuff when I was a kid, I'm sure to goodness. Well, there may have been it going on, but I just didn't know about it because there wasn't a Planet Reigate podcast around then, I guess. That's Show in a Day, 7 to 12 years old in Reigate. That's 9 to 3 at the community centre on the High Street. This February half-term, enjoy going on a sunny adventure to learn dance routines, songs and scripts from the smash hit musical Mamma Mia. Put on a show in a day and you will find your inner dancing queen. And parents, come back at 2:45 to watch the show. If ever I'm at an event, okay, whether it's be a wedding, I've got one coming up later on this year, and if they put on Dancing Queen, the DJ or the band plays it, that is me, guaranteed, up on the dance floor. Oh yes, you've not seen me dance, have you? And the Kids Club's family, February half-term, so Monday to Thursday, various ages, various times, but essentially all food is included. Reigate Parish Church Primary School. The Kids Club's family.magicbookings.co.uk. I've got no more details on exactly what they're doing, but check out their website and you'll be sure to find out. Play Ball Reigate and Banstead holiday camps at Donata School and Banstead Infant School as well. 3 to 10 years of age, very high energy, boys and girls, 10 to 1 p.m. And as I say, the details, office at playballreigate.com, and they reckon they're going to be doing all sorts of things to do with balls. Tennis, hockey, netball, baseball, rugby, basketball, cricket and football. If you prefer swimming, Aqua Pumps Holiday Camp, February the 12th to the 14th, 9:30 to 3:30 at the Royal Alexandra and Albert School, £45 a day, 5 to 12 years old. And got a phone number here for you. It's Sam on 07734 671181. Something for the mums and the ladies and the women and the aunties and the grandmas. Local retired art teacher Sally Schofield is running the next Merstham women's group. It's called Rebels with a Cause and a Cuppa. It's on Monday at 8 p.m. Arrive from 7:30 for a free cuppa and a chat beforehand. Says here, all ladies welcome, no need to live in Merstham. It's going to be mindful doodling, something we all need in a dark February, as well as with all our evening sessions, just £3. It's less than the price of a cup of coffee. Please book, because we'd hate to have to turn you away at the door if too many people rock up. And you can check out that group on Facebook. It is Merstham Women's Group for details there. Tuesday the 13th. Well, first things first, ladies and gentlemen, it is of course going to be Shrove Tuesday. So don't forget your flour and your... Oh gosh, I'm putting myself to the test now. Flour and eggs, yeah? And to make up your batter. There'll be some milk in there as well, won't there? Maybe a pinch of salt or something like that. Yeah, and don't forget to, it's going to be thick, fluffy ones or crepes, whatever. The Shrove Tuesday Pancake Party makes a very welcome return to St Nicholas Church on the 13th of February. All are welcome to come and enjoy scrummy pancakes. It's between 4 and 7:30. St Nicholas Church, Charlwood. Nice to mention Charlwood. Hello, Charlwood. Good evening. RSB Dance Babes, 18 months to 3 years at Merstham, and that's 9:30am to 10am. Merstham Community Hub on Portland Drive there. Dance Babes is a fun introduction to dance with nursery rhymes, Disney and fun music, accompanied by props and role play, £4. 10:15 in the same place, Sparkle Ballet Classes brings the magical world of ballet to children, and they learn basic balletic movements with story and mime, and a whole lot of fun. Develops confidence, coordination and imagination. Join us at St Bede's Sports Hall for some half-term netball. Yeah, this is all happening. It's for years 5 to 9, and it's happening on Tuesday, 10 till 3 at St Bede's, and Thursday, 10 till 3, also at St Bede's, so 2 sessions there. Apex Performance Digit 1 at outlook.com. Apex Performance 1 at outlook.com. There's a Robin Hood Day. Join Robin and his merry men on a brave adventure, crafting personalised bows and shields, playing medieval games and taking part in a stagecoach robbery. Plus, Nature Ninja Craft and Adventure will be making mini ninjas from pebbles, crafting ninja throwing stars, contributing to a giant Japanese leaf print mural, and using a camera in teams in our stealthy spy scavenger hunt. This sounds fantastic, doesn't it? And also there's going to be a cookout, marshmallow fluff biscotti bombs, cinnamon rolls, whittling a toasting fork, lots of running around adventure games. That sounds great fun, doesn't it? For more details on that, go to the Outdoors Project Reigate and Redhill on Facebook for details. Okay, also, half-term pool taster sessions. Nothing to do with swimming, but this is the game Pool on a Table for ages 6 to 16 on Tuesday, as I say. 2 sessions, 10 till 11:30 and 12 till 1. A short introduction to the game of pool, then play away with each other, get a feel for the club. We're asking for some volunteers to supervise the children. Light refreshments will be served. Please contact Jordan to register, and that's 07598 773 669. Multi-sports happening at Holmesdale Infant School, reception to Year 5, and this is being organised by Sporties. This is February 13th and 14th, 9 till 12. More details and booking via sportiesclub.com. Exciting new class coming to Brockham, introducing our new tap, jazz, dance class. It's going to be on Tuesdays between 5 and 6, suitable for ages 5 and above. Yeah, get ready to tap into the rhythm and jazz up your dance moves with our fantastic new class, and visit llp.dance to book. Simon Pither has got in touch. And this is interesting. So this is really one for adults rather than kids. It's not a half-term event, but it is happening on Tuesday the 13th of February. It's all about Red Sprite. I must admit, I had not heard of Red Sprite before. It's a monthly event in Red Hill for everyone interested in technology. And they're running a product design workshop, and it's actually going to be based around a home security system with behind-the-scenes insights along the way. And Simon says it's been running since early 2019. Every month we try to discuss, experiment and share technology. A few of the topics they've covered in the past: building your own AI model, home automation, soldering air sensors, homemade Geiger counters, super accurate GPS, making a mobile app, blockchains, pair programming challenges, and Raspberry Pi robots. I'm liking the idea of this. And it's, as I say, Tuesday, so it's every month on the second Tuesday of the month. And it's going to be at Co-Tribe. That's that co-working space on the top floor of Raven House on 29 Linkfield Lane. So you've got to check out the meetup details for information on exactly where to go. And, ladies and gentlemen, it's all free. And, ladies and gentlemen, you get pizza, tea and coffee. But you do have to RSVP on Meetup so they know the numbers. So meetup.com/red-sprite. And you know what? I may see you there. So, Valentine's Day on Wednesday, inclusive football for SEND children ages 4 to 7 in Red Hill. That's 10 to 11 at Donnings Leisure Centre. Sorry, don't want to mislead you. This isn't a Valentine's Day event, but I'm just giving you a heads up to save you just going down to the garage forecourt for that bunch of flowers. This fun, focused activity is specifically for children with SEND. Isn't that fantastic? Love it, that. The session's going to be delivered by Football Association qualified coaches. It's going to focus on fun, interactive games that are sure to get all those attending running around and having fun. Suggested age range 4 to 7, but it's flexible, obviously, because of each child's needs. Please contact us if any questions. Separate session for 8 to 13-year-olds is also being offered. So that's inclusive football, 4 to 7 years old, 10 to 11 at Donnings. They'll have the details if you want to get in touch with that group there. Storytelling dance for ages 2 to 5 at Donnings Leisure Centre. So Wednesday we're up to, aren't we? 1:30 to 2:15. Watch your little ones become the stars of the show, he said, channeling his inner Michael McIntyre with the storytelling dance class. Our toddler theatre class brings beloved stories to life with fun activities, singing, dancing, acting and interactive play. All children have got to be accompanied, and it's going to be £4 to go along to that one. Lego, ages 5 to 12 at Woodhatch Community Centre, Wednesday 2 till 3. Various creative play, games and challenges. £4 for that one. Got another one for you here. Street dance for young people ages 6 to 12 at Donnings. Lots of energy, dance-themed games and activities. You can learn funky routines to cool and current music, 2:30 to 3:30 over there at Donnings. And one for the adults. It's a walk. Park and meet in Earlswood Common Car Park. Walk around the lakes, across to Earlswood Old Hospital and spectacular trees. Then via Robin Cook Farm and Brookside Farm. Cross-country views, some styles, and return via the Lonesome Lane Loop and Felland Copse. How long do you reckon that is? Bit of a test for you, yeah? In your mind's eye, you're starting off at Earlswood Common, round the lakes, the hospital, coming back via Lonesome Lane, I should say, and nearly did 6.3 miles. John is organising this one. It starts off at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. 07 429 634 725. Lindsay got in touch. Come and join us this Valentine's for a messy play class filled with love. A full class and gifts for the children, hot drinks and biscuits for the parents. So Merstham Cricket Club, Wednesday between 10 and 11. bookwen.com/messymakersclubs. Don't forget, if you want to mention for your charity or non-profit events, let us know about it. Fill out the form you'll find on the planetrygatepodcast.com. Thursday, Stone Age Skills between 9:15 and 11 o'clock. It's for ages 5 to 7 and it's all happening, appropriately enough, at Earlswood Lakes. Various places available for 8 to 12-year-olds, 11:15 to 1, and for 5 to 12-year-olds, 1:45 to 3:30. So various ages, various times there, and it's led by a Surrey outdoor learning and development instructor. You can do shelter building, soft archery, fire lighting skills, and woodland craft. You've got to be accompanied by an adult. £8 for that. It's an outdoor activity. Please dress appropriately. Another session of inclusive football for SEND children ages 8 to 13 on Thursday 10:30 to 12 at Oakwood Sports Centre in Hawley. It's specifically for children with SEND. This one for ages 8 to 13, flexibility of course. And if you want more details on that, then this is going to be run by the Oakwood Sports Centre. Will have some more information if you want to get in touch with people behind that one. Athletics Kids, 2 sessions, 2.5 to 4 and 5 to 7. And various times for that. For the first age group, 1:15 to 2. For the second age group, 2:15 to 3. It's going to be Donnings again. Athletics Kids is who you need to contact for that. Athletics with an X on the end, kids with a Z on the end. So that's going to be enthusiastic coaches who are going to deliver sessions involving running, jumping and throwing activities. Friday, Jingle Bugs, ages 6 months to 4 years, 9:45 to 10:30, and another session at 10:40 is happening at Merstham Community Hub. Yeah, Jingle Bugs class is fun, engaging and imaginative, and a wonderful place for your child to develop their love and understanding of music. RSB Contemporary Dance, ages 5 to 7, 2 to 2:40, and that's happening at Merstham Community Hub, and there's another session for 8 to 10-year-olds at 2:50. Plus, we can tell you about next Saturday, some information on some items which are happening then. A pre-loved baby and children's sale, Saturday the 17th of February, 11 till 3 at Newton Hazel Hall, Battlebridge Lane in Merstham. Money raised going to the 5th Reigate Scout Groups. And there's another walk to tell you about. It's the Reigate and Tandridge Walk. It's called a Climate Pilgrimage. Yes, a 7-mile semi-rural walk on the North Downs, mainly off-road. And part of the walk's going to cross the M25. There are plans for a farm stop on the route, 2 steep climbs, a minibus option for those who may find those climbs a little bit difficult. It's all going to be starting off at 10 o'clock at the Yard at Reigate Station. There's going to be a lunch stop at 12:30 at St Catherine's in Merstham, finishing at 4:30 at St Peter and St Paul's Church in Chaldon. Lifts will be provided at the end of the walk to Merstham Station or Reigate Station. So that sounds interesting, doesn't it, if you're interested in that. Now, it is another of these really, really awkward and long and difficult and cumbersome email addresses and website addresses to give out. So if you want the details of that particular walk, get in touch with me, hello@theplanetrygatepodcast.com, and I shall pass on those details. Okay, that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is probably the end of my voice, and it's also the end of the Good Time Guide for this particular week. Don't forget, if you want an item featured on the Good Time Guide, get in touch with us. It is hello@theplanetrygatepodcast.com, and you could be featured if your event is anywhere across the Planet Reigate area. And that, of course, is Reigate, Redhill and Merstham, Buckland, Betchworth and Brockham, and the other towns and villages in the orbit of Reigate. For example...
The Planet Reigate podcast. Great stories from life.
Yeah, the Planet Reigate podcast. On the way, we're going to be hearing from local ukulele musician Mark Orchin. Also, Reigate Roulette. Yeah, random questions asked of somebody that lives in the local area by Roberta, the Planet Reigate robot. Plus, we'll tell you, of course, what's in next week's programme. And we've got another 60-second soundscape, this time from Earlswood Station.
Planet Reigate is playing sports at Donnings and enjoying the theatre at the Harlequin. And this is the Planet Reigate podcast.
Yeah, sports mentioned there, and of course all sorts of sports were mentioned in the Good Time Guide. What did we have? Football, tennis, hockey, baseball, basketball, cross them off, cricket, netball, rugby, swimming, pool, bingo. And we mentioned bingo as well, as it happens. We've been speaking with Scarlett from a local performing arts and cheerleading group. They are previous national title winners, no less, and their classes include, tick them off, dance, drama, singing, cheerleading, tumbling and performing arts again.
We're a KCA dance company and we are currently 4 times world champions this year, and we are a dance company that competes.
Okay, so 4 times world champions in...
All different styles. So this year was hip-hop, contemporary, jazz and ballet.
That sounds quite a repertoire.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So you've got a lot of expertise in the training and the coaching for a start.
Yes, and we have loads of teachers who train with us from when they're younger, and then they come up and teach for us once they've finished training.
So that's always a good sign if someone's going to stick around for several years and see their way through and introduce new children to the art of those various different kind of dances. I hesitated, did you notice when I said children? Because I wasn't sure whether it was going to be girls or boys and girls.
We have boys and girls. We've got a group of boys actually, and we have a male teacher as well, which is really lovely because the boys feel more connected sort of in that way, and he's able to help in ways that maybe we couldn't.
Is that a little bit unusual?
I think it's becoming more popular and it's becoming more accepted. There's still definitely a bit of stigma for boys who dance, but it's way more accepted than when I trained, I think.
And boys, I'm guessing, are bringing a different kind of skill, arguably perhaps a bit more strength to it. I'm just thinking of ballet, where you're, as a male, you're more likely to do some of the lifting and so on.
Yep, and for elevation and height and things, like boys sometimes are able to jump higher than girls. I'm going to say sometimes because not always the case.
Yeah, we're both hesitating. Yeah, we both want to, it's all about inclusivity, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly that.
And what's your journey, Scarlett?
So I trained at Central School of Speech and Drama, and I did musical theatre, but I also was it's my mum's dance school. I've been here since it started when I was about 5, and I trained there, and then I thought, do I want to do this professionally or do I want to teach? I did a couple of things. I was in the back of a Jonas Brothers video, and then I was like, no, I think my passion is teaching, so I've been doing that ever since.
So you want to pass on your skills and enthusiasm and expertise and experience to other people?
Yeah, definitely that. And it's nice to see them coming out of their shells and learning things. And it's nice for me, I learn so much from them as well.
And what is your particular niche? What's your expertise?
To perform, probably musical theatre, but to teach contemporary, I think, is mine.
Okay, well, we're here at the Belfry in Red Hill as part of the Harlequin Arts Takeover. What's going on today?
So we are performing a 45-minute set, loads of different pieces, some of it ready for competition. There's some soloists, there's some group routines, and we're really looking forward to it and supporting the Harlequin.
And also it's a bit of publicity for you as well, showing people that you are out there.
It is, and we just did Run Reigate as well, and that was so much fun, and we got such good feedback from it, so we're really excited for today.
And what do the young people get out of coming to a dance group like yours?
It's a family, really, our dance school. That's what I'd say. Everybody gets on really well and they learn a lot from each other as well as from us. And I think everybody just feels really included and everybody has their own strengths. And I feel like we play on that quite well. We're able to build on everybody's strengths in different pieces.
And I don't know much about dance, but, that's the great thing about doing this job, that you're interviewing other people that do know a lot about whether it's musical instruments or dance or any other form of art and so on. But I'm guessing that there's a lot of individuality, but also you're working as a group as well. There's a lot of teamwork, isn't it? You do have to support each other.
Yeah, definitely. And we also do cheerleading as well. And again, that's all about teamwork. But with dance as well, they're all there to support each other. And they work really, really hard. And we work with Carrington School and St Bede's School as well. So we've got school teams as well coming in and learning and all of that kind of thing.
How do people get in touch if people are listening to this and thinking, yeah, I'd like to be a part of that, maybe to come to help you with the training and the coaching, or maybe a young boy or girl wants to be involved? How do they get in touch with you, Scarlett?
So if you email kcaperformingarts@gmail.com and check us out on social media, it's at KCA Performing Arts and Cheer.
So those are the initials KCA?
Yeah.
Which stands for?
Karen Core Academy.
Right, which is your mum?
Yeah.
Excellent, okay, I've got that. So say that again, KCA
performingarts@gmail.com.
And our thanks to Scarlett and also the boys and girls who are performing there at that event which was being held in the Belfry. And our thanks to you for listening and for downloading. Last week, our last 7 days, the most downloaded week ever since we started last September 2023 on the Planet Reigate podcast. So thank you so much indeed. Don't forget to tell your friends, spread the word, get in touch with us, subscribe to the show. Yeah, if you want to get in touch with us, there's really easy, straightforward ways that you can do that.
Email hello@theplanetreigatepodcast.com. Find out more at theplanetreigatepodcast.com. Leave a text or voice message on WhatsApp 07917 874 572. 07917 874 572. Follow us on Facebook, The Planet Reigate Podcast. Find us, subscribe and leave a review on your favourite podcast app. Support us at buymeacoffee.com/The Planet Reigate Podcast.
And we've got the news and weather together in a few moments' time, including about a new cafe which has opened up in Reigate. We'll be telling you what makes them so blooming different. There's a clue there somewhere. More news from Pub in the Park with the chefs on site and the restaurants and also the music acts which are going to be appearing. And also, that's Priory Park in the summer, incidentally. And several jobs to tell you about, some volunteer. There's one job which is really unusual. So listen out for that. There's a couple of volunteering opportunities as well. And also in the news, thousands of pounds to be spent on the North Downs Way as well, which of course goes across Reigate Hill. Also, we've got Reigate Roulette in a few moments' time, and also our 60-second soundscape from Earlswood, all courtesy of the Planet Reigate podcast. But first of all, here's our news sequence and all sorts of things which don't fit into the Good Time Guide, some for obvious reasons, some updates, some kind of community notices to tell you about, those jobs and other things which may be affecting you and how you live and wherever you live in Reigate and Redhill and Merstham, Buckland, Betchworth and Brockham and other towns and villages in the orbit of Reigate, our market town. And of course Redhill is a market town as well, of course, we appreciate that. And wherever you're listening, because I know we've got listeners right around the world actually, I was checking this out the other day, listeners right around the world, wherever you are, welcome to the Planet Reigate family. Okay, we've got an urgent shout out from All Saints Church in Merstham, and they say, has anyone removed 2 black cast iron hoops shaped into candle holders from the front of the vicarage on Battlebridge Lane? Now, they're the size of a car wheel rim. They've got historic and also, as you can imagine, sentimental value. They were part of the building of Canada Hall. Now, if you've removed them thinking they were on offer for collection or something like that, they really want them back. It's possible maybe a scrap metal hunter moved in on them, but they're hoping, and indeed they say they're praying, they can get them back. And thanks for any help you can offer. The Reverend Nigel at All Saints is after that. Yeah, Canada Hall. It's interesting if you look into the history of that. That hall there, built by Canadian soldiers who were based in the area during the Second World War. And those rims, I mean, that's a good description there. I've seen them, pictures, and also in real life as well. Size of car wheel rims, rather big. Taken by accident, well, let's give someone the benefit of the doubt, but if you know where they are, they really would like those returned, so do get in touch with them. Reigate and Banstead police are appealing for witnesses after a bus driver was assaulted back on the 4th of February in Redhill, just after 2 o'clock lunchtime. Redhill bus station involved someone pushing a driver over. If you know anything about that, get in touch with Reigate and Banstead police. It's going to cost more to keep living in Reigate and Banstead. Now, obviously, the Planet Reigate area also crosses into Mole Valley one way and Tandridge the other way as well, but specifically in Reigate and Banstead. So, your council tax, I don't know whether you appreciate, you probably do, is split into 3 parts. There's the Reigate and Banstead council part, which is likely to be going up 2.99%. Then there's the Surrey police part, likely going, in fact, definitely going up by 4.19%, and the Surrey County Council part, which is going up by 4.99%. So you can see those percentages gradually getting higher and higher. Now, I say likely to be going up for Reigate and Banstead. That's because it's not actually going to be confirmed until councillors vote on Tuesday week, the 20th. So all in all, that would be a rise of at least 4.65%, or an annual bill of £2,339 for a Band D property. So just to kind of give you a feeling of where you are in that. It's not going up by £2,300. It would be that new level. Why did I say at least a rise of 4.65%? Well, because some people in the borough have another tier of local government, so they add on a bit as well. So for Hawley Town Council, that'll be £54 a year for a Band D, which is a 13.07% rise. And for Salfords and Sidlow Parish Council, the equivalent figure will be £32, which is just over an 8% rise. Okay, let's get on to some rather better news. Yes, please, Peter. North Downs Way have been awarded, get this, £250,000 grant by Heritage Fund UK and DEFRA's Farming in Protected Landscapes programme. It's for a new Putting Down Roots project on the North Downs Way. So what is that all about? Well, they say, quote, our goal is to create a more accessible and welcoming environment for individuals from underrepresented groups. So you're going to remove barriers for those with access needs, developing and delivering equality and training for North Downs Way ambassadors, recruiting and training new ambassadors from more diverse backgrounds, offering training to local businesses and visitor attractions along the National Trail. Are you a business on the North Downs Way? There could be something in this for you. So, bear that in mind. You may be able to get a bit of help, a bit of assistance, maybe a bit of money, maybe a bit of publicity, something of that nature. Plus, they're going to be creating and hosting a new range of walks and events tailored for local community groups to break down barriers to participation, increase accessibility and build confidence for all newcomers to the landscape, encouraging to the return to the North Downs Way in the future. Like that idea for everyone to experience what we experience and those fantastic walks and the vistas of the North Downs Way. Because, of course, the North Downs Way passes through 153 miles of incredible countryside, including our very own protected Surrey Hills, and also down into Kent as well. And for the project, they're recruiting 2 new job roles. So maybe you're in a situation where you want a new job. There's a Putting Down Roots project manager and a Putting Down Roots communications and engagement manager. So if you're interested in those jobs for the North Downs Way, you need to go to kentdowns.org.uk and the jobs are there. I know, I've said the K word kentdowns.org.uk. I think the North Downs Way ambassadors and the whole situation, I think, is actually run out of our neighbouring county, and that's the reason why. Okay, well, let's stay with this kind of area and being outside, because do you have a four-legged friend? Are you a professional dog walker? The County Council here in Surrey has launched a new dog walkers code of conduct, so the countryside can be enjoyed by everyone while protecting, obviously, the wildlife and the natural environment. So things like the importance of picking up dog waste, which obviously is harmful to humans and livestock and wildlife, why dogs should be kept under control, particularly around the ground nesting bird season, and Surrey's recommended number of dogs per individual when they're dog walking. So maybe you're a professional dog walker, maybe you just take out a couple of your own dogs, and maybe a couple from your next door neighbours occasionally. You may just want to check how many dogs you're kind of allowed to take out into the Surrey countryside at any one time. So you can find out more details about that from the Surrey County Council. Caroline Jones got in touch with us via hello@theplanetReigate.podcast.com, and it's all about the YMCA Sleep Easy event, which is on Friday the 8th of March. So a bit of advance notice for you here. It's been going for 12 years now, and it's their biggest sleep out ever. It's all going to be happening at the YMCA Sports and Community Centre in Red Hill, and Caroline says we'll provide you with cardboard to build your shelter for the night, as well as hot food and drinks and snacks, and you'll get to experience sleeping outside and facing the elements for one night, but with a fantastic group of like-minded people. Of course, she said it doesn't aim to replicate the reality of homelessness. A night spent out in the cold just helps us to imagine what it is like to not have a safe and warm place to call home. One night can make a lifetime of difference. So that's 7 at night on Friday the 8th of March through to 7 in the morning on Saturday the 9th of March, and it's all at the YMCA Sports and Community Centre. Get in touch with YMCA East Surrey for more details on that. Katie says a huge thank you to everyone who came to support us this last weekend and for your amazing messages, comments and shares. Claire and I are so overwhelmed by everyone's support and kindness. You're one blooming fabulous bunch, she says. Thank you so much. What are they talking about? It's that new cafe I've mentioned a couple of times. Blooms and Bakes is finally open. What makes that cafe so different? Yes, hot drinks. Yes, bubble tea. Yes, bakes as well. But also they serve fresh flowers as well. When I say they serve fresh flowers, you don't have to go in dressed as a fresh flower and they'll serve you. No, they're selling fresh. You were there before me. Okay, they've got seating downstairs, and upstairs is going to be opening very soon. Where are they? They're located to next to Jojo Maman Bébé in, how was my French? CSE Grade 3. Thank you very much. In Cage Yard, just off the High Street, and they would like to see you all there. Well, of course, it's great to hear about that new cafe doing some good business at Blooms and Bakes in Cage Yard in Reigate, but unfortunately we've got some sad news to tell you about the closure of one of our local businesses. Fabio wrote to me and said a 25-year-old Chinese takeaway in Merstham is set to close next month. Yeah, maybe you know about this. It's been on the cards for a while, I'm afraid. We're talking about the Oriental on Nutfield Road. He says they're an incredibly well-respected takeaway, and after long discussions with the owner of the building, they've now got to leave. He says, I thought I'd let you know in case you wanted to cover this, hopefully bring them a little bit more business before they finish. Fabio says, I'm not related to them in any way. He says, I work myself for a web development agency in Reigate and Nutfield called E-Innovate, but I've been a customer of theirs for the last 7 years, and I'm sad to see these wonderful people lose their business, and thought I'd help them. Yeah, wouldn't it be great if more people can go down and just give them the last few weeks to remember and put some more money in their till and make it all a little bit worthwhile. Peking roast duck, that'd be good for you, wouldn't it? Am I whetting your appetite for a Friday night or Saturday night takeaway? Spring rolls, bit of wonton soup or chicken fried rice. The Oriental, I understand, is the place to go. 52 Nutfield Road in Merstham. And you know what? You're getting fed and you're helping out a local business as well. Thanks to Fabio for giving us the tip-off and reminder about that. If you can get down and help them, please do. Well, the Planet Reigate podcast is an official media partner of Pub in the Park, Priory Park in Reigate, between the 12th and 14th of July. For more information and tickets, go to pubinthepark.com/Reigate. I tell you that because tickets have gone on sale this week, and also they've made a few announcements as well. Among the chefs announced this week, Tom Kerridge, who you know from the TV and various restaurants, Simon Rimmer from Channel 4, Andy Oliver on the TV as well, Matt Tebbert, Candice Brown from Bake Off, Becky Excel, she does a lot of gluten-free cooking, so I'm very aware of Becky, being GF myself. Jay Rayner as well from TV and radio, so they're going to be there. And also the restaurants, the Hand and Flowers, are going to be there in Priory Park. Awarded its first Michelin star in 2006, also 2011 became the first pub to get 2 Michelin stars. The Little Viet Kitchen is a multi-award-winning London restaurant serving traditional Vietnamese cuisine. Ginger Wings is a creative and fun fried chicken shop which reinvents classics with their own quirky twist to make you keep wanting more. The Bailiwick Free House is on the edge usually of the Windsor Great Park, and it's going to be coming to Priory Park. They apply high-end cooking techniques to classic pub-style dishes. Brindisa Tapas, Spanish food you may have seen in them in Balham or Borough Market. The Dog at Wingham has held 2 AA rosettes for 5 years. They featured in the top 50 gastro pubs for 3 years. And Cafe Murano is Angela Hartnett's northern Italian restaurant in the heart of St James's and Covent Garden. So all of those are going to be popping up during Priory Park's Pub in the Park this coming summer. The music we already know about, Sam Ryder on the Friday evening of the 12th of July. Also on Saturday afternoon the 13th, Melanie C. Saturday evening, McFly. Sunday afternoon, Gabrielle. Scouting for Girls and the Hoosiers as well. So again, let me remind you, the Planet Reigate podcast is an official media partner of the Pub in the Park, Priory Park in Reigate, between the 12th and the 14th of July. For more information and tickets, go to pubintheparkuk.com/Reigate. Okay, what else can I tell you about? Do you fancy being a tail walker? A Reigate Priory, Reigate Priory Park Run on Saturday. This weekend we've got 2 bibs with your name on. Well, kind of assuming your name is Tail Walker. But if you want to go a little bit faster, we've one pacer bib left at 40 minutes. If you want to move just a little bit, you could be our funnel manager. If you don't want to move at all, you could help us barcode scanning. So if you're interested in any of those volunteer roles, email reigatepriory@parkrun.com. And also they say, if you park ran a Reigate last week and didn't appear in the results, please check that you didn't take one of our 4 finish tokens that went missing. And this coming Saturday, so this weekend, they say we'll welcome Horsham joggers who are visiting us on their works outing. They organise a 10k in May. So that's all happening at Reigate Priory Park this coming Saturday. Bit of road news for you now. We've spoken about park running and dog walking and the North Downs Way. Now on to the tarmac. Surrey Highways carrying out carriageway edge strengthening and localised structural repair works on Norwood Hill Road in Charlwood. So that means the road's going to be closed from the 19th of February for up to 3 weeks and no parking. So that's usually, I say from the 19th. They may start a little bit later, they may finish later, because sometimes there are other plans, other works that don't go according to schedule and so on, bad weather and so on, could have a knock-on effect. But essentially, let's say that again, Norwood Hill Road in Charlwood, roads closed 19th of February for up to 3 weeks. And some more roads news. The Countryside Group are going to be carrying out pothole repairs along Prince's Road to fill holes with a depth of over 30 millimetres next week, Tuesday the 13th of February through till Thursday. So the barrier at the junction of Prince's Road and Royal Earlswood Park will be open for the duration of these works because access has got to be given to vehicles. If you're driving to the YMCA Sports and Community Centre on Tuesday, Wednesday or Thursday this coming week, please follow the routes and the diversion from East Surrey Hospital through Royal Earlswood Park. Access for pedestrians and cyclists will be available either through Prince's Road as normal or via the field path from Bramble Tie Park Road. Are you keen to play Saturday football? Well, Tom says we've got 6 teams at Reigatians AFC, so a huge range of abilities. We're a sociable club, welcome new players aged 16 plus at any stage of the season. If you'd like to know more, please DM me, says Tom. And if you want his contact details, you can get in touch with me at hello@theplanetreigatepodcast.com. Well, you've got 3 weeks left to submit your entries for the Reigate and Redhill Music and Drama Festival. Our classes, they say, have limited spaces, so make sure you book soon to avoid disappointments. And the Planet Reigate podcast is proud to be official media partner with the Reigate and Redhill Music and Drama Festival. The main festivals between the 7th and the 19th of May. See RRMDF for the Reigate and Redhill Music Drama Festival. rrmdf.org.uk for details. Okay, got a few jobs coming up, but first of all, during their metal detecting club, Donata students have unearthed an assortment of finds, I noticed this week. Yes, a load of ring pulls, metal piping, but also a few unusual discoveries. A 1900s South Carolina $quarter. What's that doing there? A 1928 Irish 1D penny, a 1938 halfpenny, a 1938 threepenny bit, £3 in loose change, probably tuck money, isn't it? But also a medieval silver groat dating back to the reign of Henry VIII. I love this. Surely it's only a matter of time until they find Viking treasure or something like that, don't you reckon? So those jobs to tell you about. Are you passionate about preserving the natural beauty and heritage of the Surrey Hills? You can join the Surrey Hills Society as a trustee and be part of the dedicated team working to make a positive impact on our local community and environment. They are recruiting for a chair role. Okay, now it is voluntary. It's ideal for someone who's got a passion for conservation and enhancement of the Surrey Hills national landscape and heritage. So you'll have to do things like collaborate with other trustees, chair meetings, represent the society at various events, be a spokesperson, go along to the fundraising efforts. You've got to have strong leadership and communication skills, motivate people, have a passion for conservation, experience in leadership or governance, and of course knowledge of the Surrey Hills. Could that be you? Volunteer at surreyhillssociety.org if you think it could be. Reigate and Banstead Borough Council says we're currently recruiting for an accommodation officer to join our homelessness prevention and relief team, a street sweeper to join our cleansing team, casual drivers, and a cleaner for our Woodhatch Community Centre. If you reckon you've got the relevant skills and you're committed to making a difference in people's lives, we would love to hear from you, so contact Reigate and Banstead Borough Council. Come and work at our amazing school with our wonderful Woodfield pupils. We've got a range of positions that we're currently appointing to. Yeah, come and be part of our growing team at either our main school site or our fabulous Woodfield Education Centre at Carrington School. Are you interested in those jobs? Well, eteach.com/careers/Woodfield-Surrey will get you more information. And again, if you want that email address, or that website address I should say, get in touch with me, hello@theplanetreigatepodcast.com, and I'll pass it on to you. Here's an unusual one. We're recruiting a person to join our team in Charlwood, helping us manufacture our own range of handmade pet memorial products. The position is predominantly hands-on, helping in the production area at the final stages of the manufacturing process. This involves checking, polishing and painting the caskets ready for sale. 9 to 4, actual days to suit, 2 to 3 days a week. More information, sales at pets-remembered.co.uk. And finally, a voluntary role. Carol says, do you enjoy technology? Are you free occasionally on a Monday afternoon? Well, the Art Society Betchworth desperately needs help with the technology at our monthly lectures. Nothing super complicated, says Carol. Essentially what you've got to do is help us, or help the visiting lecturer, download their memory stick onto our laptop, set up a connection to the hall's overhead projector, and she says we also Zoom our lectures to our more infirm members, which they really appreciate, so you need to be able to set that up as well. So are you aware of things like USB memory sticks and laptops and Zoom calls and projectors and things like that? If you are, and you reckon you know know how to do it, and you could give an hour or so of your time, very occasionally on a Monday afternoon, get in touch with Carol if you want Carol's details. Hello at theplanetReigate.podcast.com. Okay, news and weather together on the Planet Reigate podcast. Professor Weather sending through his almanac. So, interesting stuff here. Okay, last Saturday the 3rd, the minimum temperature was 10.5 degrees Celsius. That was the highest we've ever recorded in a February in our neck of the woods. The 6th warmest February day in Reigate, with a mean temperature of 11.4. And this goes on to say on Sunday, so Sunday the 4th, another warm February day, recording the 2nd highest minimum temperature and the 7th highest average temperature in Reigate ever, according to the stats from Professor Weather. Talking about the weather, let's have a little look and see what the first few days of the next week entail for us. Saturday, bright day, sunshine. That's not me saying hello sunshine to you. I'm not calling you sunshine. I'm saying Saturday will have a bright day with sunshine, essentially. In the afternoon, a few scattered showers may drift in from the southwest. Showers continuing into Sunday morning. Variable cloud, turning dry and sunny in the afternoon. Similar day on Monday, with showers or spells of rain in the morning, but turning drier and brighter later on in the afternoon. Roberta, the Planet Reigate robot, will be asking random questions of Renee. There's an awful lot of R's in that sentence, aren't there? She's the girl who gardens. You may have come across her, and we're going to be asking her questions about what she loves about living here in the best bit of Britain, the Planet Reigate area of RH1, 2 and 3. We've got our 60-second Soundscape on the way as well. And also, before we go, I'll be telling you what's going to be in next week's programme too. All that and more on the Planet Reigate podcast. Now, fancy a bit of strumming?
From Reigate and Redhill, Buckland, Betchworth and Brockham. Great stories from places you love and people you know. This is the Planet Reigate podcast.
We're going to be hearing from Mark Orchin in a few moments' time. He's a local ukulele teacher. First of all, just wanted to say hello and welcome to you if you're one of our very new listeners. Also appreciate if you've been here from episode 1, of course. Last week, as I mentioned earlier, our most downloaded week, so really appreciate your love and support. And thanks for all the messages on social media as well. And don't forget to subscribe, tell your friends about the Planet Reigate podcast. Also, if you're interested either as an individual, a group, a charity, a business in sponsoring any of our features, get in touch with us. Hello at theplanetreigatepodcast.com. And also hello to some new friends who I met up with the other week at RH Networking. Now that's a group for face-to-face and online networking for business owners, directors, managers, in fact anyone that wants to meet other professional people in the RH postcode area. You can go to rhnetworking.co.uk. Their next meeting is Tuesday the 27th of February at Hop Stop in Bell Street in Reigate, so maybe I will see you there. And thanks very much indeed to Dan, who's the man behind it all. Our next guest in this week's edition of the Planet Reigate podcast is local ukulele musician Mark Orchin. Now, Mark teaches the instrument and performs electric folk music with his band Touchstone. You may have seen them at various folk concerts or gigs across the southeast of England.
A lot of people, when they were at school, they did recorder, and recorder has a terrible reputation for squeaking. It's really accessible as an instrument. It's easy to acquire one, they're not expensive, and it's very easy to quickly get to learn to play. It seems to appeal to a lot of older people as well, and a lot of older people are in groups like U3A where they meet and play ukulele, so there's a very big social side to it.
How many times do you hear the name George Formby? But that wasn't a ukulele, was it? Am I right?
He was playing a ukulele amongst many other things, like a banjo-lele as well, which is a cross between a banjo and a ukulele. Yeah, George Formby does get mentioned. We have tried one or two of the songs. When I'm Cleaning Windows is very popular, but they're quite difficult.
Are they?
Yeah, they're not as easy as they sound. So, and I think some of the lyrics today are a little bit strange in today's modern world. But no, I love George Formby. I've got him on vinyl, so we do keep going back to the odd one.
So what do you play instead? What songs do you have in your repertoire?
There's about 200. Where do we start? A lot of them will be traditional folk songs. A lot of things like New York Girls that we just did, very popular by Bellowhead, Steel Eye Span, people like that. Lots of songs that have got 3 chords in, things like Jambalaya, The Lion Sleeps Tonight, a lot of those for beginners. But we do everything. We do some jazz things. A popular one is Ain't She Sweet, which the Beatles did for their failed audition with Decca. It's a very popular one. We were doing Sweet Georgia Brown a few weeks ago. Quite an eclectic mix of songs, actually.
And you say folk songs, and that's your kind of background, isn't it, with your group Touchstone?
Yes, it is, yeah. We haven't attempted any Touchstone songs yet, but we have done lots of the tunes. Over the years, we've played about 700 ceilidhs and barn dances, so I've introduced lots of tunes that we do to the class, and the ones that we've been doing at the Horse, there's quite a lot of folk fans, so it's just hit the ground running. They're very popular. I
was going to say, because even though you're not personally based in Reigate yourself, you are well known right across the southeast, aren't you? You're based in Sussex. You do an awful lot at the Horse in Crawley.
Yeah, we started playing the Crawley Folk Festival back in 1992, I think it was, and we played every subsequent one until it finished. So yeah, it's very much our sort of base. This year we've been around the festival circuit in Kent, various other places. Our band are split out everywhere. One guy's in Devon, partly in Germany. The rest of them are spread from one end of Sussex to the other. So it's quite difficult getting everyone back together.
Okay, so finally, if people were inspired, perhaps they came to your workshop today, maybe they wanted to come but they couldn't make it, how do they get in touch with you? How do they hear about your other workshops to learn a bit more about the ukulele?
Well, obviously the Horse, that's all on their website. It's every fortnight, roughly. The Harlequin are hoping that I'll come up and do some more for them, which I'm very happy to do. You always meet nice people at ukulele workshops. The only grumble they have is that I give them stuff sometimes it's a bit harder to do. So I try to challenge them wherever I can to do a little bit, to stretch themselves a little bit further.
And how do they get in touch with you?
They can get in touch with me. My email address is available on the Horse box office. So if they want to do that, they can. I'm sure if they contact the Harlequin, they can forward my email on as well.
Our thanks to Mark. And coming up next, we have a bargain price for a crystal rose bowl on the Planet Reigate podcast. After Reigate Roulette.
Welcome to Reigate Roulette on the Planet Reigate podcast. My name is Roberta. I am the Reigate Roulette robot. I want to find out more about what you love about living here. Spin the wheel to play and I'll ask you a question.
Okay, I'm Renee from Red Hill.
Where's the area's best weekend walk or run?
Okay, so the best weekend walk with the dog would be around the lakes at Earlswood, then back across Red Hill Common, so up Red Hill Common with a pit stop at the Garibaldi before we went home.
What was the best day of your life here?
Okay, so the best day of my life was when I danced for 24 hours, raising money for Us and the Bus, and finished off the 24 hours with a disco, with people at the Old Reigations Rugby Club in Reigate. It was fabulous.
Sum up the area in 8 words.
So, my 8 words would be green, vibrant, community, close to town, and sea.
What is your favourite local fact?
That Ronnie Biggs lived here. He lived in Red Hill before he committed his great train robbery. That's my favourite fact.
Where have you worked locally?
So I worked for a local charity called Us and the Bus, who started in Red Hill probably 35 years ago out of the old Red Hill Hospital, and they support people with profound learning disabilities. And the interesting fact about that is there are a higher percentage of people with profound learning disabilities living in Reigate and Banstead than the rest of Surrey. I was their fundraiser and marketeer, so I raised their profile and generated income to support their work.
Where is your favourite bridge?
So I can't think of very many local bridges, but I think there's a bridge that makes a really good noise when you walk over it, and that's the metal bridge at the top of Reigate Hill. So if you park up at Reigate Hill and then walk out towards Collie Hill, that bridge makes a really good noise.
What would you do locally for a first date?
Oh, I don't know if impress is the right word, but I've been on a date at Buckland Lake and been for a swim. So I've been for a swimming date and then had a cup of tea and a bit of flapjack afterwards. So that seems to me to be a perfect date. Well, it was with my husband, so... But we have to factor in these dates as a married couple.
Thanks for playing the Reigate Roulette game. I loved your answers. I will be back next week, but before I go, here is one of my favorite robot jokes. Robot walked into a bar and said he needed to loosen up. What drink did it order? A screwdriver. Ha 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 ha. You've been a great audience. I'm Roberta the Reigate Roulette Robot. Goodbye.
Hidden Treasure on the Planet Reigate podcast.
We have a piece from Royal Doulton this week. Now, they mainly produce tableware and figurines, but also some cookware, glassware and other home accessories such as linens, curtains and lighting. Now, it's called Serenity. It's a form of their giftware. This piece is made in Poland and it is an etched, frosted to clear crystal rose bowl vase. Now it's 9 inches as the body diameter and stands 7 inches tall. So £3 in weight or 9.5 ounces. So it has an acid etched mark from 1996, which is actually a crowned lion's head on the base. Another bit of authenticity really so that you know it's a quality piece. This handmade sticker is still on the vase as well, so you can tell this has been an item that maybe somebody purchased and didn't get to enjoy, or maybe it was gifted to them. They popped it away and forgot about how lovely it was. So we are looking to rehome this piece from Royal Doulton. Now it's a gift aided item, which means that the donor qualifies for our retail gift aid scheme. They've signed up to it, so we make an extra 25p in the pound, no cost to the donor or to the customer. So we reclaim that money straight from HMRC. So £50 retail price, we're asking £20 for this item, but with that added extra £5 in gift aid to the Children's Trust.
And you'll be able to see that rose bowl. It is on a special plinth, our Planet Reigate plinth, in the front window of the Children's Trust, Bell Street in Reigate, and it's there from Saturday morning, so this weekend. So if you want to get your hands on that, make sure that you get into the Children's Trust, Bell Street in Reigate, early doors on Saturday to get that rose bowl for you. Okay, before we go, at the end of the show, our 60-second soundscape.
This is the Planet Reigate podcast.
But before that, let me say once again, thank you so much indeed for listening. Last week was absolutely sensational with our statistics. Really appreciate that. Can we make those numbers even bigger this week? With your help, we can. Thank you so much. Hello at theplanetreigatepodcast.com if you want any more information about how maybe you can sponsor part of the show. And you know what? If I like the sound of you, you may even get it for free. Let's see what we can work out. Hello at theplanetreigatepodcast.com. Next week, Yvonne is with us from Little Kickers, so the group which gives local children a positive introduction to sport by teaching them high-quality football skills in a friendly, pressure-free environment. So Yvonne, I was really impressed when I went to see Yvonne a couple of weeks back at one of the local schools on a Saturday morning where she was doing her stuff with her team there. Really impressive, and the kids were really enjoying it as well. Plus, of course, we'll have the Good Time Guide, and we'll have Planet Reigate Stars and the news and the weather together, Reigate Roulette, Hidden Treasure, all of the stuff that you've come to expect and love and enjoy from the Planet Reigate podcast. I was speaking to some people about a week, 10 days ago, and they heard about the podcast, and they had initially the idea that it was just one person, me, talking to one other person for about an hour on a dodgy Zoom link. And they were impressed and surprised when I said, no, there are a series of different features all around the area, talking about local events and local people and interesting things that are going on, and promoting local clubs and societies and groups and exhibitions and businesses. And they were absolutely amazed. So if that was you who was amazed, don't forget to amaze somebody else and recommend they listen to the Planet Reigate podcast. Really appreciate that. Before we go, at the end of the show, it's a natural sound from a place you know.
The 60-second soundscape. Local natural sounds, uninterrupted.
And this week, a non-stop train through Earlswood Station on the Planet Reigate podcast.